wanna say hi.
Despite joining the show late, Sadie Sink has really been running up that hill to become one of our favorite actors in Stranger Things. So, we're taking a look back at how she's grown over the course of the show.
A lot of time spent in the harness, I guess.
Number 1. Growing up on set, you can expect a lot of your firsts to happen there too. Sadie Sink's first kiss happened on the show at the end of season 2. She wasn't too keen on it, so the Duffer Brothers teased, well, now we have to include a kiss. Truly, they were only teasing, of course. And Sadie wasn't perturbed, saying she wouldn't have done it if she didn't feel comfortable. And hey, the nice thing about your first kiss being with your friend is you'll never cringe when you remember it like you will if things didn't end so nicely with your boyfriend.
I'm not mad at it.
Number 2. Use the Force, Max. Hitting your head is a better option than facing the wrath of Max. Can we play this back in slow motion? Maybe zoom in a little this time? Beautiful. Just beautiful. Number 3. We do not relish in the thought of these characters ever growing up. You may recall the most terrifying part of Stranger Things was the condiment bottles.
My name's Ketchup and my name is Mustard.
One thing's for sure, they're barbecue.
Together we're Ketchup and Mustard.
Maybe they can get the rest of the cast in on this. How has nobody asked the boys if they could be a condiment which one they'd be? Who do you think would play Mayo? Finn? Noah? And what about hot sauce? We think we'd leave that to Dacre. Forget Vecna. The Demogorgon should have evolved into a hot dog for season 4's villain. Number 4. And a hot dog Demogorgon would have been the perfect foil for Sadie Sink, who is a proud vegan. She's an animal lover through and through. Cast your bets now. Is Sadie Sink a cat or a dog person? The answer is pretty apparent.
Sit. Cuckoo.
She can be spotted playing with doggos at every chance she gets, and there are oddly a lot of those chances on set.
This is Rocky. She loves belly rubs.
Over her last few years on the set, Sadie went from being a vegetarian to fully vegan.
This is Sig. It's short for Sigourney, and she is a rescue dog.
Number 5. Well, Vecna was definitely no hot dog, but the outfit was pretty real. Sadie felt incredibly lucky to not have to work with another CGI monster, and instead work with Jamie Campbell Bower in a mostly practical Vecna prosthetic.
Which kind of, made it easier for me so I'm not staring at a man in a green suit.
She spent somewhere between 4 days to a week in the Lair. The shoot was intense.
Got a little scraped up, but it was really, really fun.
It definitely wasn't as intense as it was for Jamie, though. For a 7 a.m. shoot, he'd be in at 1 a.m. to get his prosthetics on. We bet he's jealous of Sadie with her quick change in the morning. Number 6. The change takes a little bit longer than a Broadway quick change, but in the grand scheme of film, it's fast. Max is one of the lower maintenance characters. It only takes Sadie 20 minutes to get ready for the day.
So hair, makeup, and costume.
She takes less maintenance for a TV show than we take getting ready for work in the morning. Unless you're working from home, then showers and pants are optional. As opposed to her co-star Millie, who takes an hour when she needs to get that wig on. Those 40 minutes of beauty sleep really make a difference. Number 7. That feel when you're having a power nap because your 20 minutes of getting your costume on in the morning are exhausting, and the boys just wreck it. One of Sadie's favorite moments from season 4 was incredibly odd. It was 5:30 in the morning and she'd fallen asleep in her chair. She woke up to the sounds of birds chirping and the sun just beginning to rise, and it was just beautiful. But then she opened her eyes and there were Gaten and Caleb eating a giant chicken quesadilla at 5:30 in the morning. And she just thought it was the most hilarious thing. Number 8. She's rising on up in the world. Season 4 brought in a new stunt for Sadie Sink.
This is the most elaborate form of harnessing that I've ever done.
Of course, the episode was a showstopper, if you can get past a few of the cheesier visual effects in Vecna's Lair. Sadie's performance was fantastic.
I don't know how many, I think it might have been a week that we spent on that, or 4 days, I guess.
The simplicity of her arc and the downplayed feelings of the character were perfection. It's no wonder the world has become obsessed with her this season. But her levitating stunt is probably the biggest stunt she's ever got to do in her short career. She's growing up so fast, hard to believe she's already 20. They gave her rehearsal time, which we imagine they do not give to the more seasoned actors to simply float in the air for a few seconds. But there was a whole element of choreography to it.
I can lean back a little bit less.
Sort of. Number 9. The Stranger Things cast actually spends more time apart than together. So Sadie's pretty lucky she gets to spend it with the funniest guy in the cast.
It's been Gaten. He's been making me break character a lot recently.
Caleb also makes her crack up from time to time, but Gaten takes the trophy for season 4. Sadie was also grateful that the casts got shuffled around and some unlikely pairings happened, because it meant she got to spend more time with new people, which she loves, and she really bonded with Maya Hawke, who plays Robin. Is anybody else still stuck on Sadie's bemusement at the whole quesadilla situation? No, just us? Okay then. Number 10. Sometimes it really is the little things that amuse dear Sadie, like the 5:30 quesadilla. Popsicle Day on the set of season 4 was ridiculous. As the cast were enjoying a refreshing snack, the ants wanted to join them.
Because you had this idea, we're like, well, what if we made a trail of popsicle juice?
Did it work? Who can say for sure? Somebody came over and used some ant spray. Sadie thought this was fascinating enough to capture a photo of the first AD tutor holding out the popsicle though. Yeah, we can kind of see why Sadie's jealous of Millie Bobby Brown's social media game. Number 11. Imagine if your homework was to do the one thing that scared the pants off of you. Oh wait, that sounds a lot like school presentations. Well, Sadie's homework was a bit different. If you recall, she didn't join the cast until season 2 of Stranger Things,
The latest passenger to join us on our curiosity voyage, Maxine.
when it was already a massive hit.
It's Max.
And she was terrified to watch the first season. She hates horror movies, and had to keep turning down the volume or covering her eyes. She just couldn't do it. We wonder how she held up on set. Was it all demystified, or did she live those darker moments in fear? Perhaps the show is easier to watch now that she's in it. Being fixated on her performance might just be enough of a distraction from the spooky, scary things. Number 12. We were a bit relieved when the show brightened up in season 3, as we imagined Sadie was too. The first 2 seasons of Stranger Things were set in the fall, so the costumes were more subdued. And Sadie's not a fall girl. She loves spring and summer fashion. She loves summer dresses. She loves color. So she loved that they got to play with the awesome 80s trends. She just adored the Jazzercise studio with all the moms in bright leggings and leg warmers. Sadie Sink seems hyper-fixated on the little things, but hey, she plans on making the most of every moment.
She's sad. She's tired. Not the best situation.
While we're in awe of her performance, we still love the Battle of Starcourt. It was just so gorgeous. How do you top that? What moment from Stranger Things took your breath away? Be it the stunning visuals or terrifying creatures? Let us know in the comments, and thanks for hanging out with us here at The Things.